you so much for coming to the Stony Brook Spring Chamber Music Festival. My name is Calvin.
And I'm Agata.
We're both pianists in the Stony Brook Music Department. Today we'll be performing the second and third tableau of Stravinsky's Petrushka. We've actually had the privilege of working in person in the Bay Area, and in the fall we performed the first tableau for the Fall Chamber Music Festival. So now I'm just going to hand it off to Agata, who will be talking a little bit more about the historical aspects and some of the setting that is used in Petrushka.
So this ballet is comprised of 4 sections, and it was composed between August 1910 and May 1911 by still a quite young Stravinsky. He was 28 years old at the time and was experiencing a very productive stage of his artistic life, having just premiered his ballet, The Firebird, with the Russian ballet. And soon after that very successful premiere, Diaghilev, who was the director of the Ballet Russe, Diaghilev visited Stravinsky in Switzerland, and Diaghilev expected to hear some sketches of the up-and-coming Rite of Spring, and instead Stravinsky surprised him, saying, "Wait a minute, I have in my mind a distinct picture of a puppet suddenly endowed with life, exasperating the patience of the orchestra with diabolical cascades of arpeggios." So that's how the whole idea of Petrushka was born in its ballet form. They kept talking after that, and the collaboration came to fruition basically in 1911. So Stravinsky was right. The puppets really do come to life in this production, and we'll be sharing the 2 sections of the ballet where we enter the kind of inner world of these puppet figures. They're experiencing all kinds of emotions and passions. So Petrushka is alone on stage in his room at the beginning of the second tableau, and he's quite frustrated. He doesn't want to be held captive by the magician who controls the puppet theater he's in, and he's also suffering because he hasn't had any luck getting the attention of the second puppet, the ballerina. So he's tormented by this unrequited love, and the ballerina enters the scene at one point, but is kind of frightened off quite quickly because Petrushka's so intense. And Stravinsky really captures this intensity by creating a chord with these 2 clashing triads. So you'll hear various versions of this, but just as an example, that angst inside Petrushka is there.
So at the start of the third tableau, we actually meet the very third puppet, who is more of an aristocratic figure, and he's sort of lounging at the beginning of the scene. And as you can imagine, when a third party enters, there begins to have a lot more drama. There is a fight scene, the ballerina faints, and then there's a chase, and someone runs away, and the drama just intensifies throughout this tableau. And so you'll hear that in the music, just different textures and different scenes of this music being juxtaposed with each other.
And lots of humor too.
A lot of humor as well. And so the drama doesn't end there. There's also a fourth tableau, which we hope to work on in the future for the Stony Brook community this fall. So we've just been so fortunate to be able to work in person in the Bay Area this semester, and we're so thankful for all of you continuing to support the Stony Brook Music Department.
So without further ado, here's part 2 of our Petrushka adventures.